Oh boy. Again, I say that after every episode, but good gracious. This show just keeps hitting. Keeps going, keeps getting crazier and more insane and confusing. I don't know what's happening. No, I think I know what's happening, but I don't really know. Hey, there's one thing I have to point out that I noticed like immediately in the theme song for this episode. One of the lyrics is something like don't question when you died or something. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. It's on the advertisement that there was going to be a Halloween episode where Wanda and Vision are in like their comic book costumes, which we get. That's this episode, but we didn't. But then we also didn't know that Billy was going to be wearing his comic book costume, just like Wiccan, and we didn't know Quicksilver was going to be in this at all. But then he's dressed in his comic book outfit too. And like he and Wanda are constantly like going back and forth. Or it's about like Wanda trying to test him to see if he's actually the Quicksilver that we saw earlier in the MCU. He seems to kind of have all the right memories, but also but also he remembers something that she doesn't, and like it's confusing. Also, they show that he knows what's happening here. He knows that Wanda is still in control of everything, all that, or at least he sees the same facade that she is. Maybe she's not really in control. She's in control for the most part, to some extent. But I think that I don't think she's the only one. There's still some things that she can't do. There's still some things that she doesn't know clearly. But like Pietro's in on everything. He's not being brainwashed or anything. Mind controlled. He's completely independent. He sees what's kind of happening here, but he just doesn't know how it happened. And also one thing that I wasn't entirely sure about, he still has a super speed. He still has his powers. But then also in this episode, we see Tommy and Billy get their powers. We see Tommy get his powers. We only kind of see Billy's power. Or isn't that he can he's hearing Vision from like outside the border. Also, Vision exits the border and is being torn apart. What's that about? Is that thing of like he's not supposed to leave, so if he tries, he's just gonna die? Also, Pietro makes the remark. Like, dude, relax. It's not like your dead husband can die twice. My dude, he already did. You weren't there. You weren't there for this. He already did die twice within like the same minute, right in front of her. Also, on top of that, Monica, Jimmy, and Darcy all get like kicked out, but then they end up sneaking back in, and they end up looking through like the computer, hacking in, looking at the computers and stuff, and seeing what Hayward sees, all the information that he's hiding. He's tracking Vision. He's tracking Vision and all the townsfolk that are around him. So, like, what's that about? You've been tracking Vision this whole time? You put a secret missile in the drone? You just had that footage of Wanda breaking in the sword? You just had that the whole time? You've been sitting on that? Also, you were tracking him and you were ready for Vision when he came out. You were waiting for that to happen. You wanted that to happen. Why was his body at S.w.o.r.d in the first place? Right? Why S.w.o.r.d? Also, I saw some people were pointing out that in that scene, when you're looking at that footage, if you look closely, you can see Vision's like body parts separated. There's an arm over here, there's like his torso here or whatever. I think you're the one who wants to use him as a weapon. And that's why Wanda took him. As for how he got reanimated and how she made the hex and everything, who the hell knows? We still don't know. I still think it's someone else. There's someone else here that's manipulating Wanda, that helped Wanda do this. This isn't just her. It can't be. It can't possibly be. I refuse to believe it, because she doesn't remember how it happened either. She doesn't remember how it happened. All she knows is that she can control what's already here. She didn't make this happen. Not on her own. But then when Vision does exit the hex, and he's being torn apart. Or Billy into using his powers by complete accident because it just happened. But his powers end up hearing Vision what's happening. And he tells Wanda, and then Wanda literally just uses her powers to just expand the hex. Just makes the hex bigger and everything, that with that sword and everything. Like now it's just some fair, it's just some circus that's happening. And like all the agents that got caught up in it are clowns. So is Darcy gonna be a clown too? I would imagine so. And we still don't know who Monica's aerospace engineer guy is. I thought we were gonna see him this episode, but we don't. Some people are theorizing that's Reed Richards. I don't think it is. No. I don't know about that. I don't think it's Reed Richards. I think it's too early for that. Unless they're gonna go. If they want to go this one certain route with introduce the Fantastic Four, then okay, I can maybe see how this could work. But I still feel like it's too early. I don't know. Oh yeah, also. Going through the barrier twice has affected Monica's molecular structure and everything, so she may be getting her powers. Yeah, if she is, that's exciting. More super people, sure, let's do it. More heroes, come on, bring them in, bring them by a truckload. Come on, bring them. Come on, just bring them in. Just wheel them in. Yeah, and that's oh my god, the show is crazy. And it feels impossible to predict at this point. It feels impossible to actually predict and figure out what's going to happen. I'm excited for what is going to happen. I'm excited to see what is going to happen. I'm very interested, very invested. Can't wait for next week. All right. Goodbye. Put up the end card. This is the end of the video. Can I be your superhero?